Lying down, Baddha, which is the feet together, and then having the knees open, so known in English as cobbler's pose or butterfly. So butterfly pose. So now lay down on the floor in Supta Baddha. So take your blanket, just to have something soft for the back. Now I'm going to have a go, and you can join me with this. I'm taking a block to place between my shoulder blades. So in the thoracic spine, the upper spine, just to open through my heart. So I just want to open up my chest. So you can have that block there just to widen the collarbones, widen and open the shoulder blades down towards the mat. So I've got a cushion under my head. I've got a bolster there, but I don't really need it. Now you can have some blocks or cushions underneath the knees. So you can prop up underneath the knees as well. If you don't want to feel that you're having tension in the hips. So I want you to feel really, really comfortable here. So I've got one block under my back, so I need that there. So I've used the one block on one side. I've just popped my bolster. You can pop a cushion or two underneath the knees. So taking your left hand to your heart and your right hand onto your belly. So closing the eyes. So invite yourself to bring the attention inwards. So letting go of any noises or distractions outside of the room. Notice yourself arriving into the moment, onto your mat, feeling yourself become more present. So noticing the breath, the sensations of the breath as it flows in and out through the nose. So really connecting with your breath and connecting with the sensations in the body. Noticing how the belly rises and the chest rises and expands on your breath. Notice the little pause at the very top of your breath in. And then the softening of the body as you let the breath go. So inviting yourself to lengthen and draw out that breath a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. As we slow the breath, pace of the breath down, letting the heart rate slow down. And then the nervous system, as it switches over from maybe a heightened state in that sympathetic nervous system. That's our fight or flight, and when we're sort of busy and we're doing things, and the stress cortisols in the body, those hormones. So coming into parasympathetic nervous system. So parasympathetic is the thrive state. Rest and digest. That's when we begin to really relax. Just notice yourself in the moment, in this present moment, the only moment we ever really have. The past is in the past. So letting go of the past. And the future is yet to come. The gift of the present moment. The here, the now. So just noticing the breath. Follow its flow in and out through the body. So I invite you to soften every part of the body for this moment. So letting go of any tension. I don't want any tension in the body. I just want you to feel really peaceful and calm. So being gentle with yourself, being kind, giving yourself compassion. And taking this opportunity to set yourself a positive intention. It might be one that you already have from previous practices, an intention that you're working on actively. Maybe it's your daily intention. So just bring that now to your inner mind's eye. Really feel that vision of your intention, your resolve, your sankalpa. Picturing it really clearly, brightly, with lots of light and colour and detail in your mind's eye. And then I am, repeat that I am. And then fill in your resolve, repeating it 3 times to yourself silently in this present moment. So slowly opening up the eyes and taking your props away from your knees. Maybe if you had that block between the shoulder blades, taking that out. And the pillow from beneath your head. Hug the knees in tight. Feel the length in the back of the neck. Little rock from side to side. Roll up and down with the spine. Just gently, little massage on the spine. And then roll yourself up to seated, crossing the legs and using the hands. Push yourself up to standing. So take your props to the side. We'll be using those again later. And coming to stand at the top of your mat. So we're going to begin with some sun salutations. So finding yourself in mountain pose, Tadasana. So spreading the toes wide, lifting them up off the mat, and then replacing them firmly and actively into the earth. Feel the lift in the inner arches of the feet, so don't roll the ankles in, making sure you have neutral ankles. Squeeze and lift into your quadriceps, into the thigh muscles. Feel the kneecaps lift up. Gentle engagement of the glutes. Little tuck of the pelvis anteriorly if you need to. So just checking out overarching the lower back. Roll those shoulders back and down. Sending the shoulders away from the ears. Little squeeze of the shoulder blades towards each other just a little bit. Feel the openness across the collarbones. Across the chest. Draw in the lower ribs. Draw in Uddiyana Bandha. Navel to spine. Lifting and pulling in and up with your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Begin to energize the arms all the way to the fingertips. feel as though somebody is pulling you from a golden thread from the top of your head up to the sky. Connect with your breath, the flow of the breath in and out. Maybe introducing a little ujjayi sound, so swirling and energizing, warming the breath in the back of the throat. Just bring in a little bit more focus and attention there. Strong mountain pose. Taking a deep breath in, sweeping the arms wide, look up to your thumbs, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through center, through Samastitihi to forward fold. Plant the hands, soften the legs and knees, pull the head towards the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, a little half lift, bring your hands to the shins, flat back, scoop the belly up, gaze forwards. Replant the hands and step the right leg back, drop the knee, untuck the toes. Deep breath in as you come into your Anjanasana. So sinking into the hips, lifting the heart, lifting the chest up towards the hands. Look up between your hands. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring the hands either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes and breath in as you come into your plank. Exhale through knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Then inhale, build Salampasana, looking up, drive into those hands. Exhale through Bidalasana, tabletop, tuck the toes, into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Take a nice big breath in, stepping the right foot forwards. Drop the knee, exhale. Inhale, Anjanasana on the other side. Really feel that lovely stretch in the left hip flexor. Looking up, big breath in. Exhale, plant the hands either side of the front foot, tap the toes, inhale, into plank with control. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, into your Salampasana, looking up. Exhale through Bidalasana, tap the toes. And then sending your hips to the sky, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in, bending the knees, stepping the right foot forwards, the left foot forwards, into half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands through center. Inhale, reach up. Looking all the way up to your thumbs, and then hands back to Samastitihi. Back to your mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up through center. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, deeply forward fold, Uttanasana. Maybe straighten the legs a little bit more. Inhale, half lift, fingertips or hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step that right knee back, drop the knee. Inhale, Anjanasana, low crescent lunge, looking up. Exhale, plant the hands either side the front foot, tuck the toes, inhale, into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Inhale, as you take your Salampasana. Exhale through Bidalasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward. Exhale, drop that left knee. Inhale, into your low crescent lunge, Anjanasana, little back bend, look up to your hands. Exhale, frame that front foot, tuck the back toes. Inhale into plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, into Salampasana. Exhale through Bidalasana, tabletop. Downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot forwards. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Looking up, crescent lunge. Exhale, frame the front foot. And this time, tuck the back toes and step them forwards together so that you're in your half lift. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Root the feet. And then inhale, squeeze into the thighs, reaching up all the way to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands through center, back to Samastitihi. One more time. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, deeply fold forwards over the legs. Straighten the legs a little bit more. Plant the hands, drop the head. Breath in, half lift, fingertips or hands to shins. Scoop the belly, plant the hands firmly, step that right foot back. Exhale, drop the knee. And then inhale, low lunge, looking up, little micro back bend. Exhale, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes, into plank, inhale, Kalasana. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, Salangasana, look up, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale through Vidalasana, tabletop, tuck toes, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Exhale and inhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, fill the lungs. Open the mouth and sigh the breath out. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, sigh the breath out. One more time, sticking the tongue out. 2. Really releasing and letting go anything that doesn't serve. On your next breath in, bending the knees, look forward, step that right foot forward. Drop the knee. Inhale, low press up lunge, look up to your belly. Exhale, plant the hands. And stepping forwards on an inhale, coming into your half lift, gaze forwards, flat back. Scoop the belly up, exhale, forward fold Uttanasana. Really plant the hands, folding over the legs deeply, crown of the head towards the earth. Root the feet, squeeze into the thighs. Lifting up with control all the way to the top. Taking your hands up to the sky, following your hands with your drishti or gaze. Little micro back bend, send those hips forwards, the arms back. Hands through center. Back to Samastiti. So that was your sun salutation endings. So moving into a little moon sequence. So we've just had a full moon on Friday. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. So I'm going to modify a little bit so I can face you through the sequence, but follow me as much as you can. So starting in Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking your hands to Samastiti. Nice big inhale, reaching up. And then bending yourself to the left. So you're jutting your right hip out. So you're making kind of like a C shape with the body. Keep the arms by the ears. Big breath in. Exhale to center. Big breath in. Reaching over to the right. So you're reaching it all wave with the fingertips, lengthening through the left side body. Big breath in. Exhale to center. Into Samastiti. Take a nice big breath in. It's coming out, step to the side into goddess pose. Take a nice big breath in, reaching the arms into star. So arms and legs into star shape. From here into a triangle, so jutting that right hip, reaching down with the left arm, look up to your top hand. Windmilling that right arm down for forming your triangle pose. So now you're facing the back of your mat. Folding forwards over your left leg. From here, spinning on the balls of the right foot to come into a low lunge. It's like you're about to take a sprint forwards. From here, pivoting round to face the side of your mat, coming into a little ninja stance. From your ninja, press into that front leg, that left leg coming back into goddess. So now we're going to move over to the other side, reversing all of those postures into ninja the other way. So now you're moving towards the front of your mat. So ninja. Then coming into low lunge, so pivoting round to face the front of your mat. Low lunge. Into pyramid. So drop the left foot into a 45-degree angle, folding over your right leg. Pyramid pose. Into triangle, so lifting the left hand up to the sky, open the chest to the side, squeeze the hips together, imagine you're between two planes of glass. From here, pushing into your right foot, coming into star. reach those arms away. Then bending the knees, bending the arms, the cactus arms coming into goddess pose, temple pose. Facing the front of your mat, bring your feet together into Samastitihi. And then squatting down, lift the heels, squeeze the legs together. So dropping the buttocks towards the heels. Then reaching your arms overhead. Then pushing into the feet to come up to standing with your arms reaching up. Little micro back bend, back bend. Then hands through center, back to Samastitihi. We'll do that again 2 more times. Big breath in, reach up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the side, to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale into your goddess pose. Inhale, reaching the arms away into star. Exhale, down into triangle. Inhale, planting those hands down, coming down into pyramid pose. Into that low lunge. Lift the chest, look forwards. Then into your ninja. So dropping the buttocks down as far towards the left heel as you can. Your choice. So then from ninja, we come through to the goddess again. So that's our middle point. Over to the other side into our ninja. Into that low lunge. Into pyramid. And then your triangle. Into star. Inhale. Exhale, goddess. Setting your feet forward, Samastitihi to the front. Then dropping the heels down with control. So squeeze the legs together, feet together. Dropping the heels down towards, the buttocks down towards the heels. Reach the arms up. Push into the feet, rising up with the arms overhead. Little back bend. Hands through center, Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale into that goddess. Big breath in, reaching away with that star. Into your triangle, over to the left. Exhale into that pyramid. Inhale into the low lunge. Into ninja. Back to goddess. Into the ninja on the other side. Sequence on the other side. So low lunge first. Into pyramid. That sets you up for your triangle. Big breath in. Exhale into your star. Exhale into goddess. Stepping the feet forwards into Samastitihi. Squeeze the legs together, heels together, drop the buttocks down towards the heels with control, lifting the feet off the heels off the mat. Keep the chest lifted as much as you can, reach the arms overhead. Big breath in, sinking the heels down, bending back. Hands through center, Samastitihi. Arms by the side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Taking a nice deep breath in, we're sweeping the arms wide, lifting the arms to the sky, and then swan diving over the legs. Little half lift, and then planting the hands, step the feet back, into plank, drop the knees, and coming into a puppy dog pose. So having your hips over your knees, reaching the arms forwards. Begin to reach your chest down towards the floor. I love you, stretch through the shoulders. Let's hold it here for another 3 deep breaths in and out. Deep breath in. Walk those hands towards you. And from here, this is where we start to come over towards the wall. So find your space for your wall reach, whether it be the wall or a closed door or the edge of your sofa. So starting to face the wall or the door or the sofa. First, we're going to just take a little locust. So reaching the arms away, palms facing up, squeeze the legs towards each other. Keep looking down, so keeping the neck long. Taking a nice deep breath in. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lifting the arms off the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, lower the head down. Next, we're going to lift the legs and the shoulders. Big breath in. Exhale, lifting the shoulders and the legs. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the arms away. Big breath in. Exhale, release down. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders. Okay, let's just come into a little mini sphinx. So drawing the shoulder blades together. So bringing the legs together. Nice and close. Feet together. So elbows under shoulders. Just lifting the gaze in front of you. Hold it here for another 2 breaths. Open it through the chest. Breathing into the shoulder blades. Lower yourself down. Slide the hands down towards the lower ribs. Bring the elbows in nice and close. So opening across the shoulders. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Start to push into the hands. Keeping the legs down onto the mat. Looking up when you're ready. So just going to that place that you feel comfortable. Listen to your bodies. This is your practice, your time. 3 more breaths. So pushing into the hands, lifting the chest. Exhale, slowly lowering yourself down. Just make a little pillow for the head for a couple of breaths. And bringing yourself nice and close to that wall or close to the sofa or the door. Crown of the head touching that surface, wall, door, sofa. And to start to lift the body up and placing the arms to reach up onto the wall with the hands. Dropping the head, releasing the head to hang between the arms. So no tension in the neck and shoulders. So really soften into the legs, into the glutes. Focus on the breath. Maybe lift it a little higher. Three more breaths. Very gently bringing the hands down a little bit. Bring them down. And then bringing the hands with control back down to the floor. Drive into those elbows. Send the hips back. Coming into child's pose, Balasana. Then lifting onto the crown of the head, holding onto the heels. A little rabbit pose. You can tuck the toes. You want to hook the hands behind the underside of the feet. A lovely stretch, so stretching across the shoulders as well here. Keep scooping and lifting into the belly. Slowly releasing down, coming up onto the heels. Taking a little Ujjapadasana. So dropping the hips to the left, and a little twist over to the right. So sitting nice and tall. Just taking it over to the other side. Inhale to center. Now into frog. So taking your blankets, make yourself a lovely landing for your knees. So making that nice and long. You don't want to hurt the kneecaps. So placing yourself with a block or a cushion in front. So have some props to hand just to see if you need them. Sometimes we don't know until we get there. So the legs, the shins are parallel with each other. The feet are pointing back. So the idea is that we're sliding down, opening up the hips. So start to just open as far as is comfortable. Don't force it in any way. Coming onto the elbows. So the hips are aligned with the knees. I'm not reaching the hips forwards or back. They're in line with each other. And onto the elbows, and this is where the cushion or the block is really helpful. So if you were looking at me now, you're going to see my right hip is higher than my left because my pelvis is twisted. It always has been. And this is when we discover these asymmetrical parts of the body. Whenever I do a forward fold or reach forward, my right hip is always higher up than my left. That's just the way I'm set. So just noticing and observing the body and working with our equipment, if you like. So as you ease yourself down forwards onto your bolster or your cushion, sliding the knees a little bit further apart. A little bit further, just for a few more breaths. So really using the exhale to really let go. Connect with your breath. Make it nice and slow, steady, and even. Just easing those hips open just a little bit more. See where you have just a little bit more to go. Let's take another 3 deep breaths. So really focus on the exhale for this. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Finishing into the forearms. So using the arms and hands just so you can take the weight off the legs to wiggle the knees together. Coming to your seat. Do your seat onto your bottoms. And then straddling the legs wide. So to start this posture, let's begin with a block or a cushion underneath the bottom. So taking the legs comfortably wide, you might have that cushion or bolster ready again for in front of you. You might want to use a block. So just have the props to hand and work with your props. Flexing the feet, reach the arms overhead. Take a nice deep breath in and then start reaching the hands
forwards, forwards, forwards. So really reach forwards. We're hinging from the hip creases. So imagine we're tilting and hinging from those hip creases. Engage the thighs. So fully engage the legs. Reaching forwards, 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 and then bringing the elbows down. Palms facing up. Let's hold it here for 5 deep breaths, and then we're going to take the block away and then see how it feels, how different it feels. So deep breath in, long exhale. Deep breath in, long exhale out. Deep breath in, slow exhale, release out. Taking yourself off the blocks now, sliding that block away. Once more, coming up, reach up, reaching forwards, 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 forwards. So choices are keeping the elbows down, palms facing up, lowering the head down towards your block or your cushion. Keep hinging from those hip creases, or you can reach the hands and place the peace fingers around the big toe. Maybe closing the eyes and really focus deeply, deeply, deeply on the breath. With every exhale, just easing yourself a little bit further down towards your mat. Hold it here, keep going. 5 more deep breaths. 2 more. Last deep breath in. Exhale, slowly release, slowly, slowly, slowly drop the hands so that you can bring the body upright, nice and slowly. Taking the hands underneath the knees, tilt the body back so you really assist those legs, bring them together. Oh, that feels so good. I'm going to roll down onto our backs now, take a little bridge just to counter pose. So nice and gently rolling down, use your arms and hands, nice and gently. Bring your heels in towards the buttocks, keep the thighs parallel. If you want to, you can place a block between the legs, just to make sure those legs stay nice and parallel with each other. Let's take a little tuck of the shoulder blades down towards each other, so tuck them under. Keep the elbows nice and close to the body. Palms facing down. Pushing into the heels, start to tilt the pelvis up towards the sky and then rolling up through the spine, nice and slowly. Easing the shoulder blades a little bit more close together. Now if you want, you can use the heels of the hands to drive the hips up. Taking a supported bridge. If that doesn't feel good for you, or if you want to take a block, you can take the block underneath the tailbone. Take your deep breaths here. The palms of the hands, the backs of the arms, pushing into the floor. A block between the legs, so keeping those legs engaged, parallel with each other. Deep breaths, deep belly breaths, in and out. 5 more breaths.
Pushing into the heels so you can take your block from underneath if you have that. Slowly roll those shoulder blades apart and then working your way down through the spine. Tailbone landing last. Release the block from between the legs if you'd had those. Hug the knees in tight. And then our next pose, going to roll onto your tummies, onto your stomachs. Take the arms out wide. And then roll over towards your left. Keep your left arm extended behind you. You're going to take your right leg at a 90-degree angle, the left leg at 90 degrees. The left leg's coming forwards, the right leg's going back. And then reach your right arm back towards the left. Open the chest. Wrap the head on the mat. And hold this here for 5 breaths, and I'm going to hold it. And then roll over to the other side. Two more breaths, nice and slow. Release the arm. Extend that right arm. Bring the legs together. Just rolling over onto your right side. Switch the legs. Bring the left hand around to meet the right. Open the chest, so binding the arms behind. So your right leg is at 90 degrees and left leg at 90 degrees. Two more deep breaths here. Big breath in. Rolling back onto your stomachs. Curling up to seated. So options here to sit on a block or not for your Gomukhasana. We're going to take the left leg underneath and the right leg on top, bringing the heels in towards the buttocks, stacking your knees. So you can sit on a block for this if it feels better for you. Reaching up with your right arm, bring the right hand down between the shoulder blades, lift the left hand behind. Now use your strength if you need to use your strength. Open your chest, big breath in. Exhale, folding forward over the legs, hinging from the hips. Folding over and onto the legs as much as possible.
Somebody who's got a bigger face on it.
Two more breaths. Big breath in. Release the arms. Give yourselves a shake. Switch to binding the legs. Take the right leg under, the left leg on top. Stack the knees as much as you can. You might find that the one stacks easier, one side stacks easier than the other. That's certainly the case with me. As my hips aren't level, but that's completely normal for us to be asymmetrical. Reaching up with the left arm, reach down between the shoulder blades, reaching up with the right. Use your strap if you need to, and again you might notice one side stiffer than the other. Deep breath in, lift and lengthen, grow the spine long and tall.
It's already decided what's happening.
Exhale, folding forwards over the legs.
Are we taking the newest one? Before? No, we're not taking the new one. She has got a 4. She's saying
5 more breaths.
I'm saying 4, I'm saying 3, and you're saying 2. So you're there.
2 more.
No, it's not really checked. This is a 3, this is a 4.
Deep breath. Slowly release the arms. Extending the legs out front. Reaching the arms up to the sky. Reaching forwards towards the feet, so hinging from those hip creases. Now grab hold of your strap if you need to, or take your block. Lift and lengthen on a breath in.
Exhale, hinging forwards from those hip creases, so that the belly lands on the thighs first. Your drishti is towards your feet, your big toes, or down towards the shins. So keep those thighs active, so squeeze into the quads, releasing the hamstrings at the back. Hold it here, keep working with the breath. So do that long exhalation. Changing forwards a little bit more with every breath out. Five more breaths. Keep that focus and attention inwards. Last two deep breaths. Slowly releasing the block, strap or feet. Bring yourselves up. Rolling down onto your backside. Turning into Uttanasana Karani. So rolling down through the spine. Use your hands onto the backs of the legs just here. Make sure you're not straining in any way. Maybe laying on your blanket. I'm laying on my blanket. Just to soften by landing into the floor. Extending the legs. Drawing the feet down towards you. Now you might want to take a strap. Just to make the feet draw down towards you a little bit more. So squeezing into the thighs, pulling those toes down towards you. Then pushing my elbows, the backs of my arms firmly into the floor. Squeezing and lifting, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Let's hold it here for at least a minute. So working into a little lymph drainage here. Just working into the circulatory system. A bit of detoxification. Just pumping the blood around the body inverted, which is really super good, unless of course you have any blood pressure issues. Maybe closing your eyes if that helps you to stay focused within. Let's hold here for another 5 deep, steady breaths. Lovely stretch the backs of the legs. Squeeze into those thighs a little bit more. 3 more breaths. Long exhale. And slowly releasing the pressure from the strap. Take the strap away. Extending the legs long. Taking your bolster with some cushions, placing that underneath the knees. Have the legs wider than hip distance apart and allow the feet to just drop out. So a little external rotation at the feet and the legs. Rolling the head from side to side. And then we're just going to tense up all of the muscles in the body. So making some fists with the hands. Start to squeeze into the arms, lifting the arms off the mat. Start to squeeze into the glutes and buttocks. Squeeze into the thighs, squeeze into the belly. So engage the abdominals. Start to lift the legs, scrunch into the toes as much as you can. So lifting the legs and arms, draw the shoulders up by the ears. Start to scrunch the face, really squeeze the face. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Take a deep breath in, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Big breath in, hold that breath. Exhale, let the breath go. Roll the head again, one side to the other. And then just find that comfortable position. So get rid of any wiggles. Wiggle the arms and the legs. And just find yourself into Shavasana. Settling in a comfortable position. So if you need to take anything underneath the arms, you want to take something behind the head. If you feel you want to put a cushion under the head, then do so. Listen to your body, whatever works, whatever feels right for you today. Remember, it's your practice. It's your time. So closing the eyes, just keeping that focus and tension moving inwards. Reconnect with the flow of your breath. So noticing, observing, and following the breath. But this time, not forcing the rhythm or flow in any way, just let it do its own natural, steady rhythm. This is an automatic system, our breathing system. Happens all day long without us even noticing, but just good to take our focus and attention there. Just feel the breath flowing in and out through the nose. Feeling the sensations of the chest and the ribcage and the belly as it rises and falls, rises and falls, rises and falls with the breath. Feel as though the whole body is breathing. As you draw within new fresh air, new fresh energy, new fresh life force, prana. Feeling that energy and life force transmit into every part, every cell of your body. All the way down to your fingertips, to your toes, from your toes all the way up to the crown of the head. Noticing this fluid flow of energy and life force. Our bodies are made up of 70% water. So feeling that flow, almost a fluid flow of energy through the body now. This is why the moon and its tides, its gravitational pull, such an effect on the body if we can notice it. So slowly starting to bring that awareness into the body. Something I'm beginning to do, and I noticed it strongly on Friday. I knew there was a full moon coming, but I hadn't quite realized it was on Friday. I thought it was Saturday. And Friday, when we practiced our yoga, should have been a lot more gentle or just a pure relaxation class. Because during the full moon, The energy is pulling upwards in the body and we don't feel as grounded. So in that full moon phase, it's actually a signal maybe for us to take a rest. It's almost at the point when you take a deep breath in. At the top of the breath, that's the full moon. And it's time to take a little pause at the top of the breath. So traditionally in Ashtanga yoga, you can tend to not practice on a full moon. So it'd be good to observe that if you can. I certainly will from now on. So just beginning to really notice relaxing into the body. Actively softening the muscles of the face. Clenching the jaw. Feeling the fullness of the tongue rest heavy on the roof of the mouth. Allowing the eyes to rest heavy in their sockets. Feel as though the brow is uncreasing, de-wrinkling around the eyes. Maybe a little smile in the corner of the lips. Almost feeling the skull and the scalp relax. The ears, the throat, the neck, and shoulders. Release and relax there. Relaxing the arms heavy into the back. Relaxing the forearms, the elbows, the hands. Relaxing across the shoulders, the upper back, the chest, the abdomen, the lower back, the hips and buttocks, the pelvis, the thighs, the hamstrings, front of the knees, the back of the knee, the shins, the calf, the ankles, the tops of the feet, the soles of the feet, the heels of the feet, all of the toes. Relaxing the entire body, fingertips to head to toes. Just feel the supple flow, fluid supple flow of your energy, your life, your kindness, and your body. Following the breath, the flow of the breath, gently in and out. Just like the waves lapping at the shoreline, flowing in, flowing out, flowing in, flowing out. Just keeping that gentle focus and attention there. And then coming back to your intention and sankalpa or resolve from the beginning of your class. Just bring that back to your inner mind's eye. And if you wish, repeat that 3 times in this present moment. Just reaffirm your intention. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bring your attention back into the room. Reaching your arms overhead, bring your legs together. Give yourselves a lovely stretch. Stretching your left side, your right side. Maybe hug towards your chest.
Give yourself a grateful hug and let me rock from side to side. And then rolling over onto your right side, keeping the eyes closed to the gaze low. And then using your hand, your left hand, pushing into the floor to the earth. And bring yourself slowly into a comfortable seated position. Crossing the legs, keeping the eyes closed. Stacking the shoulders over the hips, the crown of the head over the pelvis. And then just rubbing your hands together. Vigorously energizing, warming up the palms of your hands. And then bringing the hands, separating the hands, turn the palms, the hands up to the sky. Feeling that warmth, that tingling sensation, the energy, the vibration within your hand, the electromagnetic force that we all have. So sending out your good vibrations to yourself, to your environment, to your loved ones, to your friends. And then bring your hands together, taking your hands to your heart center and honoring yourself and your practice this time. Being gentle, being kind, listening, being compassionate. The light in you honors the light in you. Peace, peace, peace. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a lovely, restful day. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.